This is Lorenzo, and this is the Training Design Taxonomy video series, lesson number 13. It's on our 9 hybrid body routine templates. Recall that in the previous 2 videos, we looked at the 16 split body routines that serve as our building blocks for all of our different routine combinations. The previous video is all about total body routines. In other words, what do you get when you try to come up with the best combinations of routines within the same modality? For example, gymnastics with another gymnastics routine, or Metcon with another Metcon routine. Hybrid routines are also total body routines, meaning they focus on combining different muscle group routines such as lower body with upper body or core and upper body. But the difference is a hybrid body routine is an inter-modality routine combination. What this means is we're going to try to come up with the best combinations of routines within different modalities. For example, what do you get when you combine a gymnastics routine with a weightlifting routine, or the best weightlifting routine with a Metcon routine and a Metcon routine with gymnastics routine? There are 9 hybrid body routine templates. Let's explore them now. As a quick review, recall that we've got 16 split body routines. They serve as the building blocks with which we come up with different routine combinations, total body as well as hybrid routines. We have 10 gymnastics split body routines, 3 weightlifting split body routines, and then we have 3 metabolic conditioning split body routines. Now, what do we get when we try to come up with the best possible combinations of routines, but within the same modality? Well, these are our total body routines. Now, as we saw in the previous video, there are 10 fundamental total body routine combinations. We have 6 gymnastics total body routines. We have 2 weightlifting total body routines. And we have 2 metabolic conditioning total body routines. Now, what do we get when we try to come up with the best possible combinations of routines between different modalities? For example, gymnastics with weightlifting, or weightlifting with Metcon, or gymnastics and Metcon. This gives us 9 hybrid body routine templates, 3 in the gymnastics category, 3 in the weightlifting category, and 3 in the Metcon category. Let's start by taking a closer look at our 3 gymnastics plus weightlifting hybrid body routines. Combining a gymnastics routine with a weightlifting routine gives us a hybrid body routine that we call the body lift hybrid. There are 3 of them. We have the squat plus pull hybrid, the press plus core hybrid, and the lift plus press hybrid routines. The squat pull hybrid is the squat complex with a gymnastics body row, or the squat complex with the gymnastics pull track. Alternatively, the squat pull hybrid can be the leg press plus the row, or the leg press plus the pull up. The press core hybrid is the overhead press complex from the weightlifting category, as we see here. With the gymnastics core exercise, as we see here, either it can be the overhead press with the leg raise, the overhead press with the lean track focused on obliques, or the overhead press with the bridge track focused on the posterior chain. Alternatively, it can be the chest press or shoulder press on the machine, followed by the raise track, chest press or shoulder press followed by the lean track, or the chest press or shoulder press followed by the posterior chain bridge track. The lift press hybrid routine is the lift complex from the weightlifting category with any one of the 3 gymnastics pressing exercise. We have the deadlift with the push-up, or the deadlift followed by the dip track, or the deadlift followed by the invert track focused on vertical pressing. Alternatively, you could do the hip thrust followed by the push track, the hip thrust followed by the dip track, or the hip thrust followed by the invert track. Moving on to our weightlifting hybrid routines. Whenever you combine a weightlifting routine with a metabolic conditioning routine, we have what we call lift-con hybrid routines. There are 3 of them. We have the squat row hybrid, the press run hybrid, and finally the lift cycle hybrid. The squat row hybrid is the squat complex from the weightlifting category, followed by the row complex in the Metcon category, focused either on the 500-meter speed event or the 2-kilometer endurance event. Alternatively, instead of doing the back squat in the squat complex, you will be doing the leg press followed by the row complex. The press run hybrid is the press complex from the weightlifting category, followed by the run in the Metcon category focused either on your 200-meter speed event or your 3 3-kilometer endurance event. Alternatively, instead of doing the overhead press, you could be doing the chest press or shoulder press on the machine, followed by your run complex. The lift cycle hybrid is the lift complex from the weightlifting category, followed by the cycle complex in the Metcon category, focused either on your speed event, which is going to be your 3x3 times 4, 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off, 4 rounds, or your endurance event, focused on your 20-minute FTP test. Alternatively, instead of doing the deadlift in your lift complex weightlifting routine, you will be doing the hip thrust, followed by the cycle complex. Moving on to our last 3 hybrid body routine templates. What do you get when you combine a metabolic conditioning routine with a gymnastics routine? We call these BodyCon hybrid routines, of which there are 3. This gives us the pull cycle hybrid, the press run hybrid, and finally the core row hybrid. The pull cycle hybrid routine is the gymnastics pull track, followed by the cycle complex in the Metcon category, or it is going to be the gymnastics body row track, followed by the cycle complex, either focused on speed or endurance. The press run hybrid is any one of the 3 gymnastics pressing routines, followed by the run complex. Here we have the dip track, followed by the run complex, or we can have the push track, followed by the run complex, or the invert track, followed by the run complex, focused either on your 200-meter sprint protocol, focused on speed, or your 3-kilometer run protocol, focused on endurance. The core row hybrid is any one of the 3 core gymnastics routines, plus the row complex in the metabolic conditioning category. Option 1 is the racetrack, followed by the row complex, or the lean track, followed by the row complex, and finally the bridge track, focused on the posterior chain, followed by the row complex. And when you do your row complex, you're either going to be focused on your 500-meter speed event or your 2-kilometer endurance event. So in summary, there are 16 split body routines. They serve as the building blocks for our 10 total body routines. And finally, our 9 hybrid body routines, 3 in the gymnastics category, 3 in the weightlifting category, and 3 in the metabolic conditioning category. A body lift hybrid is when we combine a gymnastics routine plus a weightlifting routine, as we see here. Our LiftCon hybrid routines are when we combine weightlifting routines with metabolic conditioning routines, as we see them here. And finally, our BodyCon hybrid routines are when we combine gymnastics routines plus our metabolic conditioning routines.